Well, I'm live and I'm 2 or 3 minutes early. Let me get everything set. 2.5 minutes early. That phone out of my pocket. I'm like that hot around my neck all of a sudden. Well, it's not gonna wait for it to start on the other side. Just here by myself right now. Waiting for it to start on the other side. Just here by myself. There it went. Now, me and one other person, it looks like. Well, I'm going to move back there and quilt for a little while. What is it? It's almost 3 o'clock here. I can stay for a little while, but I've got a birthday party tonight that I'm going to, so I don't have to get to the house to make supper. So I thought I could just come up here and see what y'all are doing. And I got up here, and I'd no more than gotten up here, and FedEx brought a box. And I've got the what's that called again? Georgia. I want to show you this Georgia. These are beautiful, I'm telling you. May not be able to see the colors on that. Is that not the prettiest piece? And it's probably not showing. There's that one. And this is the pretty green with little lavender flowers on it. And before I leave here tonight, I've got some orders for some of this that I'm going to fix before I leave here late this afternoon. Look at this one. They're so pretty. Hey, Cheryl, how are you this afternoon? And Joanna. And this one with the teeny tiny little flowers. Lavender with little lavender rosebuds, it looks like. Get the plastic tore off of it. Hello, Gladys. And this one is so pretty too. And it's not here yet, but they're shipping the one that's called Willow's Farm. The pick slips have been printed, and they'll be here early next week. Look at those pretty little, dainty little flowers on that. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Linda. Linda, it's here. Now I can finish your order. Linda's done asked for some of this. She's already asked for 2 yards of each one of them. So I'm going to get that to her in the morning. I posted it just a few days on the website before it actually got here. Hey, Vera, that lavender, it's pretty. And I don't have very many of the layer cakes, and part of them have already sold. But there's the layer cakes, but I think they're just about gone. I'm going to have to learn to order some of this stuff. I'm going to have to learn to order more of it. And Cindy, we're having a birthday party tonight. So the party's tonight for the 3 boys because their birthdays was the 22nd, the 29th, and August the 1st. And Kathy just passed Tupelo, Mississippi. She's on her way here. And I'll be here tomorrow. And I'll welcome Kathy Waits here. Did I miss some comments while I was showing that? Well, looky there. Oh, Nightbot. Did Nightbot decide to work again? I don't know why he works part of the time he doesn't. I hadn't figured that out yet. Yeah, I'm going to a birthday party, so I'm not making supper tonight. It's going to be hot. It's like 100 degrees here right now. So I think we're having sliders, and I think there's ice cream cakes, what I think it's going to be. Because the little boys didn't have the parties on their birthday. It was just going to be one collective one tonight. Nightbot is supposed to be blue. Oh, well, whatever, Gladys. He don't show up all the time. To be honest, I don't miss him. I know a lot of people don't because he would just take over sometimes. Oh, what's Rhonda doing? Rhonda in the nap room with the sleeping baby. Shh, y'all be quiet. Don't wake up the baby. So Rhonda can't hear us. Cindy's got to make 3 pumpkin rolls today. It's a little hot here to do cooking in our area. August is always a hot month. Always dread it because it's getting dry here. No rain. Creeks are drying up. The pastures are getting all dry and brittle. All right, who's going to come up and be the chat reader so I can go back there and quilt on that quilt? I really would like to finish it, and then even work on these orders that I need to do before I leave here. Gladys, how about you? You have time to come up and read the chat? Rhonda can't because she's babysitting. Kathy can't because she's riding in the car. Kathy, you can't get on there in the car, can you? You could show us the scenery you're passing. Nobody? Well, I'll just have to put you over there and mute you while I go do my work. Yeah, her live's in an hour. I'm probably going to be on here at least an hour before, if I can get this quilt done and the orders put out. But y'all go stop by and visit Gladys in about an hour. Well, be fun having Kathy riding in the. I think it would be too. Kathy, we think it'd be fun to see where you're traveling through right now. Not, I bet you could make it work. If the signal got bad, we'd understand. We do. We both did. It would be fun. Because I don't have anything to chat about. Not a thing. There she is. Looky here. There you are. You did come up there.
I don't know how long I'll have internet, but we're stopping for diesel, so I'll have it for a minute.
Okay. Show us your surroundings where you're at though, even if you are stopped.
Well, let's see. How do I do it? Camera?
Well, no, that wasn't it. You would probably just have to turn it around.
Like that? I don't know.
Yeah, like that. Hey, Larry. Hey, Larry. I caught a glimpse of Larry, didn't I?
Hello. You call me my glasses off. Hello. You better not tell my wife too much stuff.
There's nothing but just the station right now, an old station.
Okay. Nothing to say. I know it's probably flat ground where you're at too, ain't it? It's pretty flat.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, we when we went through Alabama, it was a little hilly, but now we're just all flat, and It's been all interstate all the way.
Okay. Whereabouts are y'all planning on stopping at tonight? How much longer are you going to drive?
We don't know. However long I can handle it.
All right.
We got to wait and see how my back does.
Tell her we'll be in Arkansas.
We'll be in Arkansas somewhere, it said.
Before you stop, all right?
Hold on, there's a train. We're close to a train somewhere.
Huh.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a pretty good drive. We stopped a little bit ago and got a bite to eat.
Okay.
I hinted for Cracker Barrel, but he didn't take the hint.
Okay. Oh, well, there's still time. You're going to be
Oh,
out
yeah.
on the road for several more days, so there's still
Oh,
time.
yeah. Yeah, we'll eat it again. Now he's talking to somebody about his ministry over there.
Okay. Does he have the cross on the truck that he's driving? Is the cross
Yeah,
on it? Okay.
yeah. It's
Okay.
always on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Cindy
We
says
had
she can't.
somebody to call him on the phone earlier because he has his phone number on the back of it.
Oh, okay. And Cindy's can't wait to see both of us together. We'll be
All
sometime tomorrow, and I think it'll be a pop-up live when Kathy gets here. Is kind of the plan.
Yeah,
What's it gonna be the middle of the morning or late morning, probably?
yeah, probably. Yeah, because I know you got to go milk the cow and do your stuff, so we won't be in a big hurry.
Okay, but I do that pretty early. So.
Yeah. We'll probably just take our time getting up, getting dressed, and then we'll get a bite of breakfast, and then we'll be on our way.
Okay. Hello, Mary Webb, and we got Sarah Stitches and Donna Armstrong.
And I brought my swim shoes so we could get in the creek.
It's getting lower every day. It's dry up here right now. Yeah,
Oh,
but
my
but
goodness.
there's still water in it, and we'll still go over there and play for a few minutes. We
All
might
right.
not be up for our ankles, but I'll still take you over there.
All righty.
Yesterday, yesterday I found that little round rock, this perfectly little round rock.
Well, was it a musket or is it a rock?
No, it was a rock. It was a rock.
Okay.
So there's been 5 airheads and that little round rock found out of that little creek. So I don't know
How
where
about
things.
that?
Yeah. My brother's a keeping count. I'll have to tell him, and he's.
Oh, he might want to come over there and hunt him some.
Well, he's found more than anybody more than anybody, but I think he gets jealous when somebody else finds one. So.
Oh, that's funny.
And hello, Nancy.
He's cleaning the windshield and he's streaked up more than he's clean.
Oh, well, maybe he's not done yet. Maybe he's going to keep at it. And Cheryl said, I would love to wade in the creek with you gals in the virtual world. All right, we'll bring y'all along. It'll have to be on the phone, so it'll be that little picture.
Little tiny thing. That's what I am. I'm on the phone. So
we'll try it. Hey, Rowena.
Hey.
Hey, Charlotta. You hear that sound, Kathy? That knocking, that bumping sound?
It's maybe the air conditioner blowing.
Okay.
Maybe. So we got it blowing pretty good because it's hot.
Well, yeah, you named it.
It was funny when we stopped a while ago to get something to eat. We both went to the bathroom and we come out with our food because we ate in the truck and my glasses fogged up. I said, it's hot for my glasses to fog up.
Hot and then pretty cool in the truck. So your air conditioner's working good in the truck.
Yeah, it is. And the truck is an 02, so it's pretty old. What, 22 years old?
Yeah.
We're going to keep it running as long as we can.
Oh, I understand that. We drive older trucks around here, too.
Well, this truck's a diesel, and it already has 380,000 miles on it.
He's put a lot of miles on it.
Mm-hmm. Larry has, yeah. I drove it for about 4 years. while
we've
he
got,
was working.
well, me and Terry never go no place, and I kid you not, we bought a '03, brand new, and it has 70 something thousand miles on it. That's all we put on. We never go
Wow,
no place. Yeah.
that's good.
Is
That's
Kathy?
like my daughter's car. She has a Subaru, and not too long ago, it's a 2015. She only had 32,000 on it.
Yeah, she don't ride and go much either.
No,
I don't.
only to work and back.
I don't run around. I don't. I only go when I make myself go. I'll need to go sometimes, and I won't go until I have to.
Yeah,
And Nancy,
I'm the same way.
and Nancy,
I don't
Nancy,
shop.
yeah, I don't either. I shop online
Yeah,
more than I should. But and Nancy, she's in Mississippi, so she's not here yet.
yeah. Be there tomorrow morning sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that fabric, from what I've seen, it's tiny, but it's very pretty. Is that purple?
Lavender is what they're calling it. And
Yeah.
this one's got a little teeny tiny one, but the rest of them are not that small. That one, they're just real delicate, just real delicate looking.
It's very pretty.
And this one is the lavender, and it's got little paisley, so it's a little bigger. But it's just real delicate looking.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right.
Well, it's not nothing to get to meet me, Debbie. That ain't no big deal. I'm excited.
You're just a home girl.
I ain't nothing special. I'm just an old country gal. I'm excited to meet Kathy and Larry.
That's all. Okay, that's still a good bit. Just cost us $85.
Well,
And diesel. But we're not paying for this trip. He's the guy we're getting the car for. He's paying for it.
Mm-hmm. Rowena's been working on the heart blossoms. I'm going to get back to that, Rowena. I've been finding all the pieces that got scattered, and I'm going to go back to it soon.
Yeah, I want to see that when it's finished.
Yeah, it's a long time off, but
yeah. And the fall, maybe you will we'll have all the vegetables coming in, and you'll be able.
Well, our garden is just about done.
Yeah, ours is too, except for the okra and a few tomatoes. The beans is about gone.
Yeah. We planted peas, but if they don't get some water, they're not going to make anything.
Okay.
I did go to town today and picked up collard seeds, so we can plant some collards later on for this fall.
Yeah, we usually plant collards. Mm-hmm. I still got some that I cooked and frozen from last year and froze.
I'm sure I do too, down in my freezer someplace.
Yeah. What I try to do is put up, after I cook them, and put up just enough for one serving. I mean, for us to have for a meal. That way we don't have any leftovers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I put greens and stuff up in little pipe baggies.
Yeah, that way
you better not eat too many of them at one time anyways.
Oh, I know. I love them in turnip greens both.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we are getting back on the interstate.
Okay.
So I'm going to let you go because we're going to probably lose you. Because on the interstate, there's not any Wi-Fi.
Okay. If you get bored and you see we're still on and you can get on, come on back.
All right. I may have you on chat. Watch. So we'll see y'all later.
I'll be careful. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Joanna, are you busy? You won't come up and run the chat? There she went. I was about ready. She wasn't leaving. I was about ready to kick her out. And then all of a sudden it popped off. Well, oh, look at all that mess behind me. I'm all the time laying stuff in the floor and then having to pick it up. Okay, Joanne will be up in a few minutes. But I lay stuff down in the floor. Sometimes I'll make little stacks around the room in the floor. And Rowena, you'll have to show us your heart blossom. I was sure planning on doing that, and then I get started with the other stuff. And it gets laid back. Where's Kathy and Ashley? I don't know. This is a pop-up. Maybe they haven't noticed. Carrie did message me on Facebook this afternoon, and she was waiting on a call back from the doctor. That's been maybe 45 minutes ago. And I don't know where Ashley is. Waiting on Joanna, because I really got to go back over there and quilt. Hey, Annette. Let's see what Annette's doing. And I just done counting Dresden plates, over 50. Some aren't finished. Rings, 30s fabric to applique. I haven't counted the wedding ring ovals yet. You'll get there. There's Joanna. Hey, Joanna.
Hey, Miss Rita. I was just going knock knock. So you gonna do some long arming, or
I'm gonna try. Yeah, I've got one. Yeah, got one I need to finish for a customer. So I want to finish it. She's not gonna pick it up till Monday, but I'll feel better when it's done.
Well, then you don't have to think about it anymore.
Don't have to think about it. Because I've got some other things I want to do, so I'll have that one done.
No. I almost forgot. A couple of them can hear me better if I put my earpiece in. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mary. I'm doing all right. I'm just really hurting today, but that's not atypical.
All right.
Only 3 days out. So
I'm gonna mute myself, so I won't.
Thank you, Cheryl. I could really use it. It's just a process. Right now, I'm just tired, and for some reason it's hurting more today than it was yesterday afternoon. But what are you gonna do? How is everybody else doing today? I missed what she said about Carrie and Ashley, I guess. Oh, well, Carrie's at the doctor, I think. It's nice that Miss Rita can have everybody up and they can talk and chat while she gets her long arming done. And she has a little company. Sometimes projects seem to go a little faster that way. I'm going to move you guys around to a more comfortable chair. Although I did get a new stool. Let me see if I can show you. My sister got me this used, wait a minute, whoa. This used stool for my cutting table. And it's actually really comfortable. I found it at a vendor shop. And I got a good price on it. The fan's over here, so it'll be cooler. Set you up all over here. It's fairly warm today, and it's been thunderstorming. So. What are you doing, Brat? Okay. Mocha, you be good. Just talking to my for children. Anybody? As long as I don't do any sudden twists, bend over without bending my one, I only have one knee, bending my knee. I'm not supposed to lift above my head. I'm okay. So, the restrictions for this one are good. So thank you, Mary. And I enjoyed this too. Hi, June. June says hello, Miss Rita. She can hear, but turned it down because the long arm makes so much noise. And that says, I think we need to go to the quilt shop for some royal blue and orchid pink for the blocks. I don't like white for these plates. I'm like grandmama. You're the first person I've heard refer to their grandmother as grandmama. My father's mother told us that her name was grandmama, and no variation on that. Thank you, June. I was just thinking about a nap, and Miss Rita popped up, and I thought, well, that's a good diversion. Plus, I can work on some lanyards, act like I'm getting something done. June, yeah, it's good to be moving around. Annette, it depends on what the block is, but I'm not a real solid, bright white background. I don't mind a white on white or a tan on white, or a tan on tan, or ivory on ivory, or something like that. But a lot of people do like the traditional bright white backgrounds. I will do a lighter blend. The linen white has a little texture. And that says, one grandma was grandma, dad's was grandmama. Yeah, my dad's mother, who was born and raised in the Ozark Mountains of Arkansas, she would not answer to anything but grandmama. She was very, very stern about that. But that makes it easier for you, Net, to have them kind of, which one is which. Now, my mother, she always had her grands and great-grands call her Gigi, which I can't tell you what that really meant. I think it was grandma and great-grandma mixed or something, but... and that says these have a lot of dainty white 20s, violet, and pink yellow. I don't mind a yellow, like yellow for background, gold, but a bright yellow is not particularly my... If I were picking fabric, the last thing I typically, unless it was something special, would pick would be like yellow. But it doesn't mean I hate yellow. There's a lot of good purposes for it, like the sun. Let me see if I can get these chickens in. Oh, got it folded right. Plus, I just took some medicine to make my back feel better. So that helps to work on some of these. Keychains. If anybody's interested, I can show you real quick how to make them. It would take me less than 5 minutes to show you how to make them. They're that simple to make. And usually, hi Todd. Oh, it's Michelle. Hi Michelle. Michelle says hi, Miss Rita. She's doing some long arming. Anyway, it would take less than 5 minutes to show you all how to make these. That's how easy they are. And I typically batch make them with either scraps or fabric that I've specifically picked out. Like, see, somebody wanted more something for the husband, and their son said, like, I found this guitar, and the guitars are small, so it's perfect for a 1-inch lanyard. I found some shark teeth there. That's perfect for more of a standout tools. I found this really cool tool fabric that was on sale, and so if I turn it this way, you get this, and if you use this way for the lanyard, you get a different set of tools. But most of the time they're just scraps. Yeah, J. Mary, we were having a discussion about Nightbot being back. Annette, did I miss something about batting from Annette? Well, at least J. Mary and hello, Nightbot has not said we've had too many emojis or too many capital letters or anything annoying like that. Yeah, Michelle uses her husband's account. Flower garden needs a fixing. Yeah, well, we just had a bunch of rain, but it's been so dry, it makes it really strange. Because in some ways it's almost too much when your ground is so parched. Okay. You know, I can remember a lot of things, and my memory goes back far, and it's chronological in nature, but it takes me a while to catch on to names. That is my kryptonite or nemesis is names. I can remember faces like the two forevers, but I don't know what it is about names that get me stumped. Oh, I like that. Go away. Hi, Cindy. I'll pull out some other colors. Anyway, I typically try and do a bunch of these so that I can put the top stitch thread in and do all the blues, all the greens, all the whites, and then finish them up. But I guess it depends on how many you want or need. And I go to, when I have a batch of them done, they disappear. I think I had 20 done by Tuesday morning, and now there's 6 big ones and a handful of little ones. So we talked about that eventually. Yay. Oops. But see, I'm happy because I got the chickens in there and the pine barrens. These have all the cities in North and South Carolina on them. And on the back, if it was a different scrap, this has cotton, peaches maybe, trawlers. This is the triangle. I imagine that's Raleigh, Durham, Cary, what they call the triangle. You live in central New York. My mom was born and raised in Albany, New York. My brother went to Cornell, and my great times whatever uncle started the Carrier air conditioning factory and actually helped to invent what we know as the modern air conditioning system. My mother was so proud of that. So we do have a little bit of New York history. Goldsboro, you're dead. Ready for batting. I would think if it depends on where you are in New York, J. Mary. It's been a long time since I've been there. But you have the, Watkins Glen and the west, I guess they call it Western New York or Upper New York, which is almost totally different than Lower New York, where New York City is. Schenectady. He worked for Carrier for over 30 years. Well,
Did I hear you say J. Mary? Hey,
yes.
J. Mary, you were the high bid on that quilt. About the only one I got. So if you'll send me the information you want me to use, I'll get it out to you. It'll probably be Monday morning. She bid $500 on that quilt.
Wow, that's a blessing.
So it's J. Mary. So I need to get it sent to her. So like I said, you have my email, so just kind of send me an email, and we'll get arrangements made.
It was a beautiful quilt. It really is.
Hey, Michelle, I see Todd, Michelle. Who else we got in? Annette. I think I done said howdy to a lot of you guys. But I heard Joanna mention J. Mary, so I wanted to come over here and say something. Healy here and Farms 5 minutes away. Oh, and that's in New York. That's who you were talking to, wasn't it?
Yeah. See, my great whatever uncle invented the Carrier air conditioner, which basically was the birth of the modern air conditioning system. And it turns out that
we appreciate that. Then we all like our air conditioning.
Yeah, and it turns out that her hubs worked for Carrier for 30 years, and I was going to say, small world once again.
I kept meaning to have a chance to do a video on that and tell everybody you'd wanted, J. Mary, but it's been crazy today. Every day's crazy though, ain't it? You meet yourself a going and a coming, and you wonder what you. End of the day, you don't have everything done. You wonder where the day went. Oh, Susan, big 65-inch screen TV. Gonna make me look bigger than I already am. Joanna.
She was trying to take a nap, Miss Rita. And all of a sudden, I guess you popped up on her TV, and she was like, "Oh, Rita's on."
Well, Rita's going to go back. I've got one more run to go on this little quilt, and the bobbin ran out, and it was this spool of thread that I've only got one spool of it, so I've got to take it off the machine, wind the bobbin, then put it back on the machine. But anyway, I'll get it. And while I was fixing to do that, I heard Joanna, so I stopped. So I'm gone again, Joanna. I promise.
That's no, Miss Rita. It's your channel. You pop in anytime you want. I'm just your court jester trying to entertain everybody for you and keep your messages going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jay, Mary, and Nancy's both in Arkansas. Me too. Anyway.
Hello, Susan. Nice to see you. I thought maybe you'd nap through because I was surprised when Miss Rita popped up. I was thinking about a nap myself. So I needed to fold a few of these. I might as well get them all folded and stuffed. And then I can just sit down and have a sewing marathon with these key fobs. And then that stack of stuff that's been sitting around is done. And then I can do the next UFO and get caught up. And then I can start working on my blocks again. Unless I get distracted. Thundering here in Florida. Yeah, it was thundering a little while ago. Had all the dogs Twitter pated. You know, most of our pups don't mind, but the 2 or 3 that do kind of get everybody all stirred up, working at the thunder. Well, Donna, that's a good thing. Sometimes company, even just in the background, does help to motivate, especially when you're working on a similar themed project like sewing. So I'm glad that you get it like that. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate that. Yeah, I have a lot of nonsense and errant facts tucked in my brain. I got 57 years worth of memories, and I think I'm running out of room because I started at 2, which is crazy. And I read a ton. I still read a ton. Watch a ton of things. Looks good. So see, this will be the outside with these tiny little fun guitars. And if I want to, because I'll get at least 2 out, I can flip it over and do one with this on the outside. Some of them you can't do that with. Where's this one? Like this gnome. I thought I had a strip of this gnome fabric. And if you look at it, I got it lined up finally. But see, that's the inside. All you see is his feet. See how he's only going one direction. But like with this, I have one strip of this. And one side you get a pretty nice look at the kangaroos, and the other side you only get one kangaroo. So okay, so where was I? Oh, that ironed down. Miss Rita J. Mary says, when you get a chance, check your phone. Thank you, J. Mary. Well, like I said, my Sunday school teacher, I had made these a bunch of key fobs or lanyards a couple years ago, and she said, "Do you have any that are, um, you know, more for like my uncle or my husband?" So I went hunting and I found this fabric, and I thought, oh, that the guitars are perfect size because the lanyards. I'll call them key fobs actually. The key fobs I make are only an inch wide, which is a good size without being too small or too big. So you have to find patterns that kind of fit in that. And if they don't have anything on them, they're kind of like this. That's easy to do, or a solid. It's a little fussier. And then I couldn't find any more. They were supposed to have more, and I couldn't find it. It took me a year. And when I did find it, they had it for $3 a yard. So I bought the last like 2 or 3 yards because you only use a three-ish inch strip. So I guess they were clearancing it, and I didn't realize it because I got some, and there was a lot on the bolt. And 2 days later, I went back, and somebody else, I guess, saw it. So it took a little while, but I did get a stash of it, and they could bring it back. I don't know. You never know. But this particular piece will make at least 2 that will fit over your wrist, and 1 nice small one, or maybe 3. I'd have to measure it to see how long it is, because the ones that fit over my hands are big. So I make them 11 to 12 inches long. Fold it, and then fold it in half, and that's usually a good length to make it so it can slip over your hand if you want, or something else. So instead of cutting, 11 or 12-inch strips, I just cut, use them as long as I have them, sew them all down, and then cut them into pieces. They're little things you learn as you go along. All right, what'd you do with my, probably laying on it. I had my good, yes, that's my dog. I had my good yardstick. I'm making myself dizzy. All right, get this one out. So this one is 33 inches long. So technically with this one, I could make 3. This is like with the fabric with the salvages. So I'll make some using that side, and then I'll use some making it with the other side. I don't typically make them that long, but I do have some. Or like this. I found this on sale. It was on clearance. It's little tiny heads of cats. And I thought, wouldn't that be perfect for, yes, I will get you some. Just give me a minute. Wouldn't that be perfect for key fobs? Now, you can use, that one's open. You can use cork. Sews up beautifully, a little harder to fold. So I have this pattern in cork. I have this bun, which I don't know if you can see. It has like rainbow colors running through it. And then there's another one. But I don't know where it went. So don't stand there, son, that hurts. There's another one with blue flowers on it. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Brenda99. Miss Rita's listening and doing some long arming. You're baking, Sarah Stitches is baking a cake for the toy poodles today as their birthday, and my daughter insisted on giving them a yellow cake. That is fun. Now this is bad, but I save up and I get my dogs Ben and Jerry's dog ice cream. It's ice cream specifically made by Ben and Jerry's. Get it in most of the freezer section. It's about $4.50 or $5 for 4 containers, and they come and they actually look like miniature Ben and Jerry's containers. I have tried Frozen Paws and a couple others. They weren't real thrilled. I guess they have expensive taste because they go, Mom, get the Ben and Jerry's for her birthday. So I can take 1 or 2 of them and share them, and then they can have 1 or 2 the next day, spread amongst them. But it's dog safe. Yeah, it just depends on the dog, you know. And I have what's called a Mickey mat by Hyper Pet, and it's got little grooves in it, and you can smear peanut butter on it and put it down, and it keeps your dog busy for a while. In the summer, I'll put like flavored yogurt or something like that on it and put it in the freezer for a little bit. And, beef broth, chicken broth, especially if it's homemade, let it freeze for a little bit and it cools them down and keeps them busy. Plus, I can use it when I trim the dog's nails because they're so busy licking the mat that they don't want to fight me and run away. But yeah, every dog is different. I have one dachshund, the littlest 14-pound one that was up here, Mocha. He'll take the biggest biscuit and run with it. Moji, who's 18 pounds, wants his broken up in little dainty bites. The same biscuit, even small biscuits. So it's wonderful how they each have a personality. Come on. Anybody got any questions? Anybody else working on fun cakes or baked goods or making food that sounds yummy? I took some chicken breasts that I had bought at Fresh Market for their Chicken Tuesday, and I put them on a tray last night, and I put seasoning, salt, and garlic, and then pats of butter underneath and flipped it over and did the same. Put some fat, a little bit of water, cooked them up, and was going to kind of chunk away at making a chicken pot pie today. And I turned around and my sister had eaten a quarter of one of the patties and then asked for rice. So I'm going to have to start over next week. Which is probably good because it was going to take me a bit to do it in pieces, but I'm so hungry for it. I was going to work on it on Monday before surgery, so I had to eat on all week, but she had other ideas. Next week. Always next week. It's I have used it for bags. I've used it for different things. I use it for lanyards. I thought I had a piece, but basically what I do is if I'm gonna make a key fob or a lanyard, I cut a 3-inch strip, just like I would for a key fob, and then I fold the ends in. I could swanny I had a piece already cut. Let me cut a piece real easy, real quick here. And if I trim a piece, then I can show you easier than on the roll, because I'm gonna need some anyway. But they make very nice keychains because they're easy to clean, they're antimicrobial, antibacterial. Cork has all those nice, fun properties. The thing is it just takes a little more to work with. So typically when I fold it, I use a hair marker or something with an edge like that to crease it, and then I stick it under something heavy for about 30 minutes to hold this shape, and then I sew it, because it's maybe on its own it's about 3 millimeters. On its own it's about 1 millimeter, so by the time you fold it, you're not getting too thick for most machines. And both my workhorse Little Bit and this machine had no problem with it. So here, for a key fob, I've got this piece of cork. I fold it in half, and I get it creased, and then I do my inside folds just like I would for a 1-inch key fob, and it takes a little while to get it folded down, but after I get it folded like that, just the 1-inch, I'll put it under something heavy for even 30 minutes, and it holds it so you can put your line, your top stitch here and here. But I will tell you, always do the outside stitch. If you're gonna make anything like this, you do this outside and close the opening first, because if you try and do the inside, because it's just easier, you can get the dimensions off, because this can shift. But to hold it like that with an even edge, I just fiddle with it, and then I stick it under a 10-pound weight, put a board on it, put a big heavy book on it or something for a little while, and then you just sew it up, and you can add one of those key ends to it, and you can get a multitude of designs on Amazon. I picked these up not long after the pandemic started. Now they're more expensive at my local quilt shop. Now she's increased the price exponentially, but I have a bunch. But like this, see how it's iridescent and has all the colors, so it makes a really pretty. It's got like a purple and a blue, a green, a yellow, red layer, so each one is unique. Or I'll take it and I'll use it for, like, if I'm doing a little bag, I can put it on the bottom. I wish I could find my flowers for you, because they're even prettier than the blue that I showed you. But like, I got this half price, So like I'd probably use this for the bottom of a backpack or a drawstring bag just to give it strength. But it has a, this one's a little different. See, it has a woven back. It's all natural cork, which makes it very simple to sew. You just put a sharp needle in there and there you go. But you guys have shown me I'm missing a roll. And it's probably because my dogs have buried it before I moved it. But because you're only using a 2 3/4 or 3-inch strip, it goes very far. Oh, I have made little wallets too, but I have made these little wallets. I could get my sister's. Well, this one's upside down. I just could show you that if I turned it right side up. I make these little wallets that you can clip like on your belt, or you can slip in your pocket, that you can put a little cash or ID card or something like that. I have made them out of cork. This one was a special request from my sister. She picked out the fabrics. Very simple project again. This one's waterproof because on the inside I used Pellon vinyl, and so on this fabric, I did the fusible vinyl, which made it waterproof, and I did slip in on the front part a piece of RFID. It's very thin RFID to block anybody who wants to do weird things. But I've used cork for that. So there is a cork lanyard. If you can see it, I think you can kind of get the idea. But that's a cork key fob. So see, it's very different than. It's exactly the same as this, but cork. You're very welcome, Brenda 99. Mary Wilson, Minnesota says, hi from muggy Minnesota. Was working on my long arm, pulled a quilt off and trimmed it. Annette's going to make zucchini bread tomorrow, which sounds wonderful and yummy. I am moving very slowly. I've only got one of these done. I only have a handful left to fold, and then my whole pile of scraps is just about done. I did do a bunch more. You know, I finished these yesterday. Fat quarters are great. Fat quarters are great for making key fobs. You know, if you find fat quarters on sale and you find a design you like, they work great. But before you start going and cutting 3-inch strips, if you have a design on it, like the guitars or birds or something like that, you need to make sure that it fits not only in this 1-inch window. You need to make sure it not only fits in the 1-inch window, but it leaves you enough to fold over. So like this side, is much folded over much longer, which doesn't matter because it's going to be sewn, so that I could get the chickens in there and get a nice picture. If you do something like this, 3 inches, you fold it. So that would be the only thing. If you're silly like me and like to put like robins on there, you just have to be careful, because I have cut 3-inch strips and not been able to really use them. This is an example. This is a 3-inch strip, but when I fold it in half, I don't have a design I really like. Well, maybe that one might work. But I don't have the best design, so I will use that for something else. But there are times where I have forgotten to keep in mind that this section is 1 inch here, 2 inch, and then what you tuck inside. So a 2.5 inch strip will work. 3 inch gives you a little bit more to play with, but I have had to cut out 4-inch strips in order to get the design. But I'm sure Rita J. Mary says that she's on the way to the post office right now.
Okay, sounds good to me.
But some people say I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I don't know who. And a little hard-headed. This one would be easy. But out. Don't do that. I don't know, tip us up. Now here's a good example. She wanted cars, and I couldn't find car fabric. And then I found this Route 66. And if you cut the strips just right, you can get some of these signs in and the front parts of the car in, which the signs are really cool because they have like an Indian for Oklahoma. They have different things for different states, and then they have all kinds of different cars. But you have to cut your strip so that when you have your 1 inch, you get the front of the car, or you get the Route 66 sign, or your Annette says he. Annette, what are you laughing at? The fact that I said I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, or that I'm a wee bit stubborn and hard-headed? Yeah, when she said she wanted a couple with cars on it, I just banged my head because I really didn't, because all the car fabric I had or scraps I had would not really fit in a 1-inch design. So I found a scrap of that, and then later on I went back and got another bit because it worked so well. And I got this. This was on clearance for with the 20% off coupon, like $2.50 a yard, and it's got animals driving cars with canoes and things on top of it, and they're the perfect size if you cut it right to get some inside of a lanyard. But I only got that a couple weeks ago, so I haven't fiddled with it. Well, Annette, after your comments about the applique having to be hand stitched, I think I'm in very good company. No offense. Yeah, it's really nice Route 66 fabric, and it actually makes really nice key fobs, or if you want to make them into lanyards around your neck, same principle, you just make it longer for the lanyards. And I had to hunt, but I found some more, because if you fold it right, if you cut it and fold it right, it's just so cool because you get a little bit of the car, and you get some of the Route 66 signs, which have, like I said, different symbols from different states that they go through. Makes it pretty. But if you're gonna do lanyards to go around your neck and not key fobs, then make sure you get breakaway clasps. That would be my one advice, is they make these plastic clasps that if it gets caught, it's around your neck and it gets caught on something, you won't get choked because it'll just break away. And they're very strong and stay closed very well. They use them a lot for cat collars because cats are notorious for getting caught in a fence or bramble, and instead of strangling themselves with a certain amount of pressure, it breaks away. So if I make anything to go around my neck or someone else's neck, I always use breakaway clasps, which are not expensive. We've got same principle. Or magnetic. I've done a couple magnetic. I don't know what's easier. No, Mary, I don't. I never wanted to really start a shop because I'm disabled, and I never know exactly what life's going to handle. So usually it's friends and family, and if you really want something, I have Venmo, I have PayPal. Somewhere in the archives, I have Cash App. So, there's always a way. You can message me on Messenger or text me, and if there's something, I'll get it to you. But I never really wanted to have the pressure of a shop and having to keep things in a shop. Well, I didn't plan on having any surgical procedure this year at all. We were going to take 2024 off, and I've had 3, and my sister's had 1 because stuff happens. So I really don't want to have the pressure to keep things, because I do things at my own pace. But if somebody wants something, and I end up giving away a lot. Like I said, most of those key fobs that I made on Monday, I made to give to the hospital workers that came in to help me prep for surgery. My anesthesiologist, the lady that checked me in, the nurse that took me to the restroom, because the medical system is broken, but there are people who give their everything and they don't really get the respect or thank you that is due. And it was for my mindset. I got a little bit of medical PTSD in 2023 from what happened in August 2022 with some anesthesia failure. Makes me go in a better place. So most of those I just ended up, here, pick. So I know that other lady that comes on with the dark hair, she wanted a dog one. I told her, she sent the her address by private message here on StreamYard. And I told her I'd get her a dog one. And then sometimes when I'm trying to give somebody a gift, they just will go, no, 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 no. And we'll do the no, no, no back and forth. And they'll give me a few dollars, and it feeds my hobby. Thank you, Mary Wilson. I just live with a different perspective, and it's probably because of the life I've had to live. Not from everybody, but from a lot of people. And, you know, God just, random acts of kindness, I think, are a gift that God gives us the ability to do. And we can either strengthen somebody's rope, or we can, fray it more. And sometimes the hardest thing to do is to strengthen the rope, because you really just want to cut the rope. But it keeps my headspace straight. And they were great. The people at this time around, they did an amazing job. Nobody yelled at me in recovery, because my body wasn't doing what they wanted it to do. Last September, that was crazy. But anyway, yeah, it went well, and I'm hoping and praying after 5 years of the same thing that this'll work. Test worked. But, okay. How you doing, Miss Rita?
Oh, I'm still here. I was filling the order now, so I could have
Okay.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
figured that's what you were doing.
So I went and cut fabric and printed me a shipping label. So
Good afternoon.
hello, Lisa and Mary and Amanda.
Yeah.
Because I got
Good
my little
time.
quilt done and took it off the frame. So I was just doing some other things that I needed to do before I leave up here.
Well, usually when you go like that, you're pulling an order off.
Well, I just had left the room for a little bit. So.
Is that the last one of that grouping that you had to do?
Yeah, I did. You mean the quilts? Yeah. I'm caught up with customers. No. I've got one that I want to do. I want to do that sampler quilt for myself, but but it's mine. So, or whatever I want to do with it. And these were for people.
Yeah.
So they're all done.
Thank you, Mary Wilson. I appreciate it. Last 2023, or was it 20? Anyway, I think it was 2023. This quilt shop was having a Super Bowl sale, and this was $1 a yard. And I saw it, and I thought, that would make a cute little Christmas winter pouch. Not necessarily Christmas, but winter pouch or tea fob. So for $1 a yard, I picked up a couple yards. So I use a lot of scrap. Sometimes I use fat quarters, and sometimes it's something that's caught my eye. It's got little hearts, little robins. I think this comes out of England, actually. This designer, but I don't have the salvage. How you doing, Amanda and Lisa? So, as you can see, it doesn't take long to pull these together, because we looked at Cork. I've been reading the chats and different things like that, and I have 4 ready to put the batting in, and then it's top stitching and putting the little clip on, and two of them are pains in the, yeah. I don't like that. Oh, I do like that. Don't like that. Yeah, this side. Where'd everybody go? Roll calls. Everybody's asleep now. I got quiet. It is so warm. It is just thunderstorm. It is so warm. It's humid. Even with my fan going. Brenda's here. This gets quiet every once in a while. Just making sure I didn't put everybody to sleep. Because Rita's going to come back and want to chat with y'all for a few minutes before she pops off.
I got one more order to do, but I'm going to have to pop over here to read the email to read it. Hey, Brenda. Okay. Brenda, I got yours in the mail this morning. So I'm going to stop my camera because when I go to concentrate on something else, I don't know what my face looks like.
Well, sometimes you can't pull up your orders unless you stop the camera either. I think we had that problem.
Well, no, I can, but I know if I'm looking at something else, it ain't gonna tell them what my face looks like, and I probably look silly. So I am gonna stop the camera and go read the email so I can write down the order that come through the email. So
that works.
So I'll be right here hearing you.
Yeah, I know you're paying attention. So Annette, your daughter just got back. Oh, you're waiting for a pizza run. Brenda, I think I'm waiting for fall this year too. I'm still figuring out where spring hid, because something happened in there in the transition, and spring really had a lackluster showing, and the heat of summer decided to show up like a month and a half early. It's like, no, you weren't supposed to do this. So yeah. And I'm ready for fall to kind of stay fall. But I don't know. That'd be good. That'd be good. That'd be good. Did Susan fall asleep? I know that she was going to take a rest. And then Miss Rita popped up on her TV, and she popped in. I wonder if we lulled her to a good nap. That would be a blessing. I have, for years, when Deb, my chosen sister, my adopted sister, couldn't sleep, I would read her a chapter out of her favorite book called Joshua. And inevitably, 3 or 4 pages in, she'd be snoring. I guess I did that for about 20 years until she said she was good. When she has anxious nights, I still do the same thing. Pull out her favorite book, read to her. So that works. Okay, you're not cooperating. It's too wide. He's good there. is not good here. Hopefully, I'll put you on backwards. Took easterly south last Saturday, early fall and winter. Wouldn't that be nice? It also would cut short the peak of, if it was early, the peak of the hurricane season. Well, actually, both of these sides. See, now on this one, the way I folded it, I got heads peeking up and looking, and on that side, doves and cardinals left her too. I wonder if they know something we don't. I mean, animals are so sensitive. You know, they are smarter and more sensitive than we give them, I think, credit for sometimes. I mean, with my bones, I can tell about 4 days out. We have a storm coming in and kind of what kind of storm we have coming in, but nothing like the senses of my children. But then again, they are hounds too. But yeah, that could be a good indication. I said it sure would be nice. I must have been cutting drunk, even though I don't drink. Because that is like way crooked. Oh, that's cool. Is it a mourning dove or is it a gray dove? A mourning, yeah. I know they're white and they're gray doves, and they're both beautiful. But I was just wondering, because Annette was saying a dove nested in her maple tree outside her balcony. That's pretty cool. I like the coo of a dove. They have such a soothing coo sometimes. I'm racing Rita to see if I can get these done. Then I'll take a rest. Then I gotta start selling these buggers. But I can chain piece them. Okay, so this isn't. There's not to be heavy news being a booger.
I'm back.
Oh, I imagine Annette, they're gonna. Oh, they're morning doves. Annette was saying she had no power yesterday morning because they replaced the pole and installed smart meters. Higher cost for electric this year. I'm sure if they were working, somebody's got to absorb the.
And then let's see, Annette's New York.
Yes. Yeah, she's in New York.
New York.
New York. Now,
I tell you what, this fabric is so much prettier in person than what it even looks like on the camera. It's so pretty. That Georgia stuff. And you know how they put the little sayings in the salvage. But this one says, let's see if I can find it. Home is where my soul finds rest.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, Annette was saying she had some doves nesting in the maple tree outside of her balcony.
Okay.
And I was asking her which kind, and she said they're mourning doves.
Morning dove, the ones that go coo, coo, coo. I got some around here. Politicians all hate us. No such thing as climate warning. That's my opinion too, Annette. But I try to keep my political views to myself so I don't offend anybody. But on a lot of things.
I'm just going to say I think there has been some climate changes. However, I think the climate warming thing is greatly exaggerated. So I think that we are losing ice shelf like we haven't before. I think we've done more pollution as a world than we think we have. I mean, they saw great repair to the ozone when there wasn't so much busyness in the world in 2020, but I think they've blown it up to more than it is. Because I guess it's more sensationalized or dramatic. So I kind of take a middle road between the two of you. I don't think there's no such thing, but I don't know that it's not overblown by 50% or more. You know, and I guess politicians don't take into account that the Bible says that as you come closer and closer and closer to the end days, there'll be weather issues and other things happening, and that has nothing to do with climate warming or anything like that. So how do you sort out what is just the natural course of things? I don't know. But yeah, it's too hot. It's too hot of a topic, Miss Rita. We used to have.
We better just let it go, okay?
Yeah, we used to be able to have such nice discourse, even get heated and talk about different things and learn from one another in those areas. But now it's just, it devolves too easy.
But even channels will get taken down if you say the wrong thing. So we better drop
it. That's what I'm saying, Freedom of speech is not always free anymore. So did you get all your orders done?
I'm a print the shipping label on the last one.
Woohoo!
If she's in here, it's gonna go to Linda Brookshire, and I'll send her. So she may not be here right now, but she comes in a lot.
She does. Oh, she does. Hi, Marilyn. Oh, Marilyn says she's been watching and forgot to say hi.
Hey, Marilyn.
It's okay. I think we all lurk every once in a while.
I hear the printer. That's a good sign. This morning I come up here to do some orders, and I told Terry, so I'm going to run up and do them. Then I'll run back home and make breakfast. And I had trouble with the printer. It just didn't want to. It was wireless, and I sent it to it. And then when it finally went to printing, Brenda's in here. Brenda, it was your package, and I think after it started, it did about 6 with your name on it. You know how you keep I keep hitting print. I'll go look in just a minute, J. Mary.
you'll have to save those labels because maybe that's like a.
Well, no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I just paid for it one time, so I'm only
You can't.
the rest of them now.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if they were prepaid labels or just printed out address labels that you could.
I printed out.
That's cool. Well, it's because you wanted to just do it simply, Miss Rita, and then go work on breakfast. It wanted to be complicated.
Even Terry called, and there was some problem down at the chicken house, and we're not taking care of them chickens. But he had to leave and go check on this hot wire because the chickens were riding the water lines down. So it was just a mess this morning.
Days like that.
Yeah, Brenda, I could have sent each one of yours in a separate package this morning. Oh, can't see good to type after 9 p.m.
I can't see. I can't see to type or do close-up work with my glasses on. Only one in my family that way. So that's why I take them off. And now I have to figure out where I set them because
I'm fixing to invest in one of them label printers. I think it'd be a few $100s, but I think it would save me a lot of time because I'm sending out several packages, and that would be the sticky stuff and just stick it on there. Because y'all that get packages, you know how I'd print them out and then I put tape all over them. So.
Well, you can get Avery labels, address labels, Miss Rita, and they're not real expensive, and you can run them to a regular inkjet printer or laser printer. You just choose which one you have, and you could do it that way.
Well, Jane Mary, I'm not going to tell her. Does she? She doesn't watch, does she? You might wanted it to be a surprise. So I'm not trying to spoil any surprises.
Marilyn, Miss Rita has a website for that shows what she has in her, most of what she has in her shop. And if you go there, it's all fancy. It's got a cart, you throw it in there, and then she'll send the order out. And if there's something special or something you don't see there that you've seen, you can send her an email.
And if I don't get scatterbrained and not answer the email, you might be good with the emails.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll get an email and I'll be going to go back to it in a little bit, and I may forget. So
you may have to remind her.
Yeah, y'all know how that is sometimes. All right, I'm going to go put this in the package and get that label.
I get funny vision after sewing and then looking at the PC. She saw the video because I wanted to make sure she liked it before I bid. Awesome, J. Mary. You did good. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, it was pretty. Oh, it was real pretty. I don't know what to do with you, so I'll go over here because I really like the migration. Okay, is this too loud? It was free. Is this too loud? Now, this is pretty, but I have to be careful when I iron it because these are textured. Well, if you live close enough, Marilyn, you could also go visit her shop, or you could make a trip to Arkansas and do a shop hop and go to Miss Rita's shop and shop in person. Okay. Well, I'll let Miss Rita know when she comes back from finishing up taping the packages. If I do this.
And even when I do the labels, then I have to trim them down after they come out of the printer. So I'm gonna have to do something.
Yeah. Well, they
I
make several types of label makers, so you may be worth investing in one that would specifically work.
Because I'm wasting a lot of paper.
Oh, Jane Mary said she saw the video because I wanted to make sure she liked it before I bid. She really liked it. Rita.
Okay. All right. I'll go before I leave up here in a little bit. I may get that in the mail too. If I've got orders or stuff I need to send out, I try to do it promptly because I don't like to let it go because something might come up and I don't get it done. All right, let me go tape this on there.
I hear you, Annette. My problem is in the winter, I have a pocket on my shirt. So when I take my glasses off to read something, they go in that pocket. In the summer, I try and keep them one of 3 or 4 places when I take them off to read or to work on sewing or something. And like today, right now, I can't find them. I had them a couple hours ago. So I'll have to do a Rita thing and kind of search, and they'll show up. They always do, but right now they're MIA. And sometimes I put them on the bedside table and they got knocked off, which may have be what happened because my dog knocked a bunch of things off the table when I went to lay down. Thank you. And that I think I solved the mystery of where they are. Because I think when he got tangled in the plugger upper, J. Mary says, Rita, you can save the label and put 2 on 1 sheet of paper. I think we'll have to wait till she gets back for her to.
J. Mary, you can save the label and put 2. Yeah, I do that sometimes, and sometimes I can even run this sheet back through the printer too. The other half that I cut off. I was going to tell you, I know what happened to my printer. The grandsons were up here yesterday with me, and the James decided he wanted to print out this label to put on the bathroom in there. So he did. He printed out this little sign to put on the bathroom, the restrooms, and he was on an old computer. And I think whatever he did to it messed up the other computer and the other printer, and I had to straighten it out. But here comes Randy. Randy, I don't see you yet.
Annette says my cat got tangled up in my purse strap, did the zoomies all over the dining room, knocking over her water bowl last night. What a mess. Yeah. I was telling them that I'm looking to where my glasses are because they've in the winter I put them in a pocket, but I just remembered
Randy.
When I took a rest, my dog snagged the plugger up on my bed and took it for a ride.
Are you driving or you parked?
No, I'm parked in Amarillo. I load in the morning going to Orlando.
All right.
Well, but you're always coming up on mine, so I figured I'm dressed right now, so I figured I'd come up.
I told Terry about you dropping your phone the other day and had to and left real quick. And I told him, I said, all we could see is the shoe and the bottom of his pants leg. And Terry said, well, at least he had on pants.
Yep. Good thing. Yep.
Oh, I thought it was kind of funny, but anyway.
I had a heck of a time because I was pulling into the truck stop and I couldn't see the phone or the holder, and I didn't want to step on my phone pushing the clutch or the brake. So I'm trying to see it. Everything's black. My floor is black, and I couldn't see it at first. Oh no, I'm gonna break my phone, and I finally seen it and kicked it out of the way.
Yeah, I was kind of worried about you driving with it down there, but anyway, you made it, so.
Yeah.
Bud, your butt's in my way.
Looks like you guys had a good birthday stuff yesterday.
Well, yesterday the mom and daddy had to work, so I just kept the little boys yesterday, and we just played and did what little boys wanted to do. But tonight, I'm going to the birthday party tonight. We're going to eat together with the family and have the birthday cake tonight here in just a little while. So I'm hungry. I'm looking forward to that.
Don't eat all day so you can stuff yourself tonight, huh?
Well, yeah. Well, we had some leftovers for lunch. We had pretty good little lunch, but supper will be even better. But
especially with ice cream and cake afterwards.
Yeah, I love going down to that little creek and playing, though. I really do.
Yeah, and you never know what you're going to find.
You know, we found several little artifacts down there, so I think it's just a hot spot to look. It's not on my farm; it's on Mama's farm, but it's private property, so we're the only ones down there.
I just turned chat on. Hi, everybody. I didn't have the chat on, so.
Well, it may be too that it's gotten where it's low enough that it's stirred some things up, and now it's the time to kind of do the hunting.
Well, actually, you'll find stuff after a good rain, and we've not had a good rain in a while, but.
Yeah, it washes stuff down, new stuff down.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad you couldn't find a pot of gold in there.
I know. But I was tickled with the airhead. The airhead was really neat.
That was a nice arrowhead.
Made my brother so jealous because he finds them all the time. You know, it's not like him. He found a bunch of them and got this big collection. I've just got the one. Now Terry's we've got a little can that Terry's got some in that he's collected for years, but never did put them up on a board and display them. You've seen people put them on them boards and they look all fancy, but I never do that.
I see they was talking, I think, about my phone holder. Yeah, it's got a suction cup. And when it's really hot out, like my GPS does the same thing. When it gets really hot, them suction cups don't stick very good.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
J. Mary, I just dropped a complete load of Shasta soda pop. Had cream soda, root beer, all different flavors. I didn't have no Pepsi because it was Shasta.
Soda ginger beer, and she's in the mood.
Hi, Mary. Yeah, my truck says it's 102 here in Amarillo.
Wow. I think we hit 100 today, didn't we, J. Mary? I think it was 100 here. J. Mary's in over around Fort Smith. That's where she's at.
Oh, is she?
Mm-hmm.
No. I've been coming down there quite a bit. I come out of St. Joe, and I've been going down to Lafayette, Louisiana, and I come down to Fort Smith. Sometimes I go over into Oklahoma and bound, or then sometimes I come by your place and go to Little Rock and down. I've been make it different, so I don't have to go the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it. I like the cream soda one.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm going to step back in there and tape up my package.
All right.
I don't have very much tape on there. I've been using a bunch of it.
Well, you have a backup roll?
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 of them, and I grab a different one every time.
Well, you've just been on a roll, Miss Rita.
I know it. Oh, Randy, I got that navy quilt done a few minutes ago.
Oh, did you? Man, that is beautiful.
I thought it turned out real pretty. I'll hold it up one more time. I said she just tuck his flag and put the fabric around it. Look there.
Oh yeah, it is pretty.
That is
I'm not Navy, I'm Air Force, but it's still pretty.
Then on the back of it, it's got the boats on the back of it, or ships, I guess. Anyway, it turned out pretty.
Is she giving it to somebody that's in the Navy?
Her husband had been in the Navy, but he's
You know
a
what
truck
would be really nice in that blue, the dark blue area? Find somebody who's got one of them embroidery machines that will put letters and numbers and put the dates he was in, his name, and the dates that he was in his service.
Oh, that would be a good idea. Yeah. In the blue,
Put it in gold thread.
Yellow part, even maybe be pretty too. Either one.
That way it's personalized.
Yeah. But she says she's going to put it in his truck because he's a truck driver too. So.
Yeah. Oh, you got to stay warm.
Randy,
Unless he hangs it up.
And Nancy's in Arkansas too, and she asked Randy if you quilt.
I have helped. My mom, I got 3 aunts. I know how to use a sewing machine and sew the stuff together. It might not be straight, but I can get it to connect it. Let me turn that CB down. It's noisy. But I can use a sewing machine and I can use a needle and thread.
That's more than most some men can do.
But my aunt's got a machine like Rita's. My mom's gone now, but I got 2 other aunts, and they all 4 made quilts, and we'd help do stuff too, but they did most of the work. I've just been following Rita for a long time. When all of you guys weren't around, she would have me come up and we would talk. And then she blew up her channel, but she comes on mine with the kids, and so I'm usually laying down by the time you guys are on at night just watching. But I just got parked here and I seen she was on.
Yeah, Millie used to love to come on and talk to you.
Yep. Yeah, she actually, a few times she heard my voice and she'd want to talk to me.
Oh, Randy, uh-huh.
You're right, J. Mary. I grew up in the times we lived in the country and it snowed a lot up in Iowa. I'm from Missouri, but we grew up in Iowa, north of Omaha and Council Bluffs area. And we get snowed in and nothing to do. My mom taught me and my brother, there's 5 of us kids, but me and my brother learned how to cook, bake. I can make a mean cinnamon roll. Showed us how to sew stuff together. I can crochet. I haven't done it in a while, but I still can do it. But I'd sit around and we'd make doilies or hot, deals for hot plates and stuff. I made an Afghan one time, but that took too long. I didn't have the patience. But yeah, I sit around and learn how to do all that stuff. Hey, Victoria. Now, you missed me and Rita the other day, I seen.
Now, Victoria came to my channel through you, didn't she, Randy? Am I right?
She did.
Well, yep. I thought so. Hello, Victoria.
She's in the process of buying a new tractor.
Oh, okay.
And she lives down here in Texas somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but she's from Texas.
Okay. It's hard to keep everybody's location straight. You know that?
Yep, yep.
We try, but it's hard sometimes.
Oh, she bought the tractor. Good.
Fine, okay.
I want a United States map or a world map, and then everybody that I talk to on a regular basis, I want to pin it on the map where everybody's at.
Now that would be interesting. Yeah. Ginger's asking about your channel.
It's
You know,
R.E. Smith. It used to be. It's easier to probably look it up. Missouri Outlaw Randy. I think you still look it up that way.
They do make a scratch off map, so you can. It's all set up, and you just scratch off the states or the places in the world you've been. You could also do that with the people, and then pin
years
a name
ago
to it.
I was in the CBs really big, and we'd have clubs we could talk all over all over.
Mm-hmm.
And we had little like business cards with their name and their real name and address, and we had a map doing that. And I thought it'd be kind of cool doing it with our YouTube friends.
Mm-hmm. Cheryl's in Missouri, so she's asking where you're at in Missouri.
Oh yeah, my wife's. I live right outside of St. Joseph, but my wife's is White Shoulders Farmstead. I don't know. Let me see if I can connect to the. I might hit the wrong, but oh shoot. I'm trying to connect where I can type.
Okay. I'm gonna stop my camera and go get an address right quick. So y'all just keep talking, okay?
All right.
You know, I had a thought when I was in. When was that? Was it in Arizona? I think I was in Arizona. I picked up a map of the United States that was printed on fabric. And I just picked one up the other day that has different continents on it. And you could stretch that across like canvas and put your little pins in it. I don't know if I can find it. I don't know if I left it with this pile.
Oh, Amanda was Panda Bear. There's a channel. They do a lot of fishing and stuff, but it's called Coastal Waters. They got a little girl, and her name is Panda. They call her nickname's Panda. There, that R.E. Smith, that's me, and the White Shoulders is my wife's channel. She works nights, so she used to work during the day, and now she's on nights, so she's not on YouTube much, but she raises goats, chickens, and horses.
Well, I must have shifted the pot. Oh, wait a minute. Here it is. Haha. I found one of them.
These days, seems like the parents don't teach the kids to do nothing. They just give them electronic device and tell them to get out of their hair. But, back when we were younger, we didn't have all that electronic stuff. We go outside and play till dark. When it turned dark, you're supposed to have your butt in the house. If not, you're in trouble, but they knew where we was always at.
Can you see that, Randy? It has all the states.
No, I got it on chat, and I'm on my phone, so I can't see camera too.
This is QT Fabrics, but it has every state in the United States, and they use the different animals that are North American. And it's a one size panel which you could put on a piece of canvas very easily. Tack it to a piece of canvas and put pins in it or notes on it. But it's a very pretty panel by QT Fabrics. So the thought, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were on chat. The thought was, and I know that I picked up one the other day at Mill Outlet, and it has Australia and other countries on it. And I
Oh,
know that they have taken fabric or canvas and then just stretched it over a simple plain piece of canvas that you would buy to draw on, and tacked it on the back. But then you could easily put your pins or notations in it, and it'd be real prettier than a paper map, because it has different designs for each country. That's just a thought. I do know there's some out there. Like this one's by QT. I'm not sure who made the world one. Let me see if I just
yeah,
saw
Victoria's wireless. Yeah, Jay Mary. Yeah, I watch some of the different shows. You always see the men tailors over there in England, so in them high dollar suits.
Okay,
You hardly ever see a woman.
the worldwide one is more of a print, and it not a panel, and it's by Fabric Traditions, but it has Africa and Europe, South America, North America, Canada, and actually you can make a couple different ones with this because it's a smaller scale. But I'm sure that whoever made the North American large panel probably would make different sizes of the other. But it's just a thought.
Yeah.
Because like I said, at Mill Outlet, to make pictures on the wall and to display their canvas and fabric, they'll grab a scrap and staple it right on a piece of canvas that you get from like Michael's or Joann's to do painting on, and stick it up. And that would be easy for you to put pins in and be kind of pretty. Or
Yeah,
for a guy, maybe that's
I got
beautiful.
a sticker board already in my office, but that'd be pretty cool too to have that and actually show where everybody's at.
Yeah, and you can put
Victoria,
it on the board, or
yeah.
you could tack it to
Victoria, we have to have headsets. It's mandatory to have a headset driving in a truck. You see a lot of people don't do it, but it could be up to a $5,000 fine if we don't use a headset.
Yeah.
That's why when I'm doing my lives, guys, my phone, I'll turn it around. Let me grab that holder real quick here. Sorry, I'm bouncing around here. But here's my phone holder, and it sticks on the windshield right up there. Or here's my phone holder, and then it sticks on there, and then I'm on my headset, and that way it's all hands-free. I've actually had cops stop me, do a DOT, and I told them they're on the camera. I've been through the check stations here in Texas for the Border Patrol, and the guys actually will wave, and nobody has a problem with it because it's all hands-free. But when I'm live, I like people to type in capital letters. I'm getting where I can't see, and it's easier for me to read. It's not a must, but it just makes it easier.
Makes it helpful, and it's an easy courtesy.
And I tell people that they're not yelling at. Some people think they're yelling at me, because capital letters means you're yelling sometimes, but they're not. They're just making it easier for me to read the chat.
Well, what I've told some people is we don't always know. Sometimes people can't see, and that's all they can do to get messages out is to write in all caps, and in order to participate. So before they jump on somebody for doing all caps, they really need to know whether or not it's they're yelling or it's because they need to.
Yeah, it's like I got these glasses on. They're Walmart. I need to go get a real set, but I don't use them to drive with. Now, when I'm on YouTube, I do put them on, and then I look down, watching the road, and then look up and read, and look back down. But it's kind of a pain. And but yeah, Amanda, it's been like 5 years. It's been mandatory for CDL, any truck, commercial vehicle, have a hands-free. But some states are starting to make it on all vehicles now, and it should be. I mean, you wouldn't believe some of the times I see people weaving all over the road playing with their phone.
Oh, that's. What about changing a baby diaper while you're driving, or doing makeup while you're driving?
I've seen the makeup and hair, but not a baby diaper.
Oh,
I've seen
yeah.
the makeup
I have
and hair.
seen people changing their baby on the freeways in California while driving.
I've seen other stuff that ain't suited for this channel.
Yeah. No.
I've seen things that ain't made for this channel too. That's going down the road.
I've seen things that I wish I could have unseen, but
yeah.
But you know, safety. It's a safety thing, and it's so easy to do. I mean, it's not rocket science. You know, but if you can find yourself a comfortable headset that works for you, it's not rocket science.
No.
You know. And it's, because I can't tell you how many people have paid the price for somebody else.
We have cameras in our trucks now. I have one that's up on the, I'll turn this phone around. That little deal that's blinking, that is a camera. So we can see if I hit the brakes hard, that will alert work, something's going on, and I can push that button if I think something's going to happen and just start recording. And then some people have them where they face you, and I don't want that one. This is my home. But if you watch YouTube, look at some of the shorts, there's guys, drivers, I mean, there's a lot of bad truck drivers now, too. They'll be going to sleep, doing something, and run off the road. And the camera caught them. My wife works for a trucking company, and she's a dispatcher, and they have the cameras both ways, and the guys aren't allowed to do all kinds of stuff.
Well, I think if you're on the clock, it's one thing, you know, if you're on the road and on the clock, one thing to have a camera surveilling to make sure that you're not doing something stupid. If you're off the clock, then that should not have to, that should be able to be shut off one way or another for privacy, because that is your home away from home. But that's just my opinion.
Yep. My nephew used to work for the trash company there in St. Joe. They had the cameras everywhere. He wasn't allowed even to take a drink, a soda going down the road. Now, if I take a drink, it's kind of distracting. I don't know if I can get it up here and show you. Here's my cup.
Chill out,
99 ounces.
Oh, wow.
Usually it's full of Mountain Dew. Yes, I am, Donna. I own my truck. I'm leased to a company, though. I actually have 2 trucks. Somebody wants to buy a truck. My old truck that's in all my videos, the Kenworth, is for sale. Rita, I'll shut up if you want to come back and talk to Mary.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm just resting now. I got everything done I come up here to do, and now the quilt label, I'll have to work on that me and J Mary were just talking about. But that's my only loose end right now is the quilt label. So that's pretty good, ain't it? Oh, J Mary, wow, Randy, you're thirsty.
I fill that up of a morning, J Mary, and I fill it with ice all the way. I got to have ice. And I fill it all the way up with ice. And when I dump it out in the morning, I won't drink it all. And when I dump it out in the morning, it will still have a little bit of ice on it. It sits on my floor here, and it still be probably a quarter. Depends on, some days I drink half of it, some days not even that. but it's cheaper than buying a bottle of soda. Sodas are like $2 or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And I can fill this. If I get fuel, they give it to me for free. So it saves me a couple bucks a day. It ain't much, but if you add it up in a year's time, $2 a day, hey, it adds up.
When you're driving, do you almost not drink as much so you don't have to get out to go pee though?
Yep. But I don't know. I got a button or a sensor on me. I can drive 300 or 400 miles and I'll have to go pee. But if I stop the truck, I gotta go right away. There's no ifs and or buts. I gotta go right away. If I would kept driving, I wouldn't have to stop. But it seems like if I stop the truck, I gotta go. But I do try to watch what I drink, so I don't have to go as much.
Yeah. Which is probably not a good thing because you need your liquids too. Donna and her husband were truck drivers.
Yeah, I say Kenworth, but it's a generic one. It's a T680. This here Pete I got now, it's a 389 extended hood. This one, but it's a generic truck. That's how I met my wife, Donna. I was out here on the road. I was coming into Phoenix, and I passed her, and I was running way over 100 mile an hour, going down to the valley. I call it garbage down, produce up in Nogales. And I passed her, and I was doing way over 100 mile an hour one morning, about 1 o'clock in the morning, and she asked me where I was going so fast, and her truck would only run 80. Well, we stopped at Eloy, Arizona, and I said, I'm going to stop there and get fuel, and I got to take a shower. And we was talking. She was running team with the lady, and they went over to Pizza Hut. And I come back out after taking a shower, and we talked for about 30, 45 minutes.
Uh-oh. I wanted to hear his story. He'll have to start up where he left off when he gets back. Didn't y'all want to hear the rest of the story?
Yeah. Because it sounded like he was getting to, like, he had all the outside understanding, and then he was getting to the really good part where they kind of met.
Getting to the juicy part. He's all the way
where sparkles were in the air, and
lost his signal. We did. We lost his signal, Lynette. Maybe he'll come back. He'll have to come. If he don't come back this time, he'll have to come back next time and finish his story. Yeah, he did. J. Mary says, yes, he left us a hanging.
I was doing 100 and then I was gone.
Yeah.
Well, where did
Donna
go?
Rats, come back, Randy. We like good love stories, or I do. I can be kind of a romantic at heart too, so I want to hear his story.
I got all but 2 ready to stuff. And yes, I successfully did this one without melting the crosses. That scrap. I think I got 12 or 13 done. There's only 2 left. But I'm going to take a break now.
He tells stories like my dad all around the barn to get to the point. Oh,
my dad was an amazing storyteller. Pretty good preacher too.
Oh,
Been a
I'm
long time
yawning.
now. Kind of miss him. Geez, it'll be 21 years. No, 22. 22 this fall. February 3rd, 2025 will be 22 years. But he was gone long before he was gone because he had Alzheimer's.
Wow.
So the last year and a half, he didn't even recognize. My mother pulled a stunt and sped everything up, and he didn't even recognize who I was.
Well, there's Randy. Randy said he lost service. Well, Randy, we wanted to hear the end of the story. You promised to come back and tell us again next time. Next time we're on and you catch us. You left us a hanging. What everybody said.
You're getting to the best part, and then all of a sudden, wait a minute, where'd he go?
Amanda, my father-in-law used to say, don't let the details get in the way of a good story, but he stretched the truth a bit too much. Hello, Jane.
Hi, Jane.
Oh, Randy's coming back.
Good.
Yeah, you left them hanging, Randy. They didn't get the story. Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm back, I think. There was a truck pulled in next to me, and my phone just went completely dead. So I moved. But like Harvey, the rest of the story, I talked for a while. Back when we met, the cell phones were just getting going, and if everybody remembers, had roaming charges times $5 a minute. And we both were in different trucks. And 1 month I had a $2,000 phone bill, and she had a $1,500 phone bill.
Oh,
and I told her, we got to get in the same truck. I can't afford that. And we've been together ever since.
All right. Saved you a lot of money. So
I'm roboting.
Kathy Waits is on her way here, Randy. Do you know that?
Good signal here.
Yeah.
Oh, she's in Arkansas.
Down, Rita.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
In Arkansas. What is it? 5? Yeah. They're gonna get up in the morning and come here to see me.
That's pretty special.
Well, we've been on here 2 hours and 17 minutes. Y'all about ready to call it a day this time? I've still got a quilt I need to finish binding. I won't promise, but I may try to do a live tonight after I get home from the party and work on that quilt a little more. No promises though. I might fall asleep or give out before I get started.
You may be partied out.
Maybe partied out.
The boys may have partied you out. Well, I got the last 15 of these ready to stuff almost, so that I guess I got something done. And tried to entertain everybody while you were busy.
You did fine. I just knew I needed to be behind the machine working, and I was. And I know we all like our company sometimes.
You know.
All right. Thank you for holding down the fort, Joanna. So.
You're very welcome, Miss Rita. Anytime I can help.
And thank y'all for stopping by and visiting with us. All of you over in the chat. Always enjoy having all of you here. So, and we'll see you next time.
Fun. Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.